Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So, the other day with Bill, he had an issue with the key.
Yeah,
and
so
coming
he wanted
out.
you to pull on it.
Okay.
If that's kind of one of the newer things that we started doing, because we actually found that as an issue in one of our planes, is, you know, you put the key in and out, it happens in vehicles too. You can actually wear out what's called the lock cylinder. And so in the same sense that when we turn the key to the left magneto, for example, and it doesn't have any drop, that magneto's still hot, if we pulled the key out while it was on the left, right, or both setting, it's going to leave that magneto hot, as we would call it as well. So all you want to do is give it a little tug. Okay, it's not coming out. That's all you're really checking for.
Okay.
It's a good check to do, to tell you the truth.
Right. And I apologize if you told me that and I forgot. And then...
No, like I said, it's one of those things that was kind of newer to us as well, that we've been really just kind of getting into starting teaching more. So,
right.
If anything, that was my fault.
All right, let's just do our instruments here. Okay, and okay.
Checking in my last student because I forgot to, so I'm just taking these times.
Yeah, I'm gonna... And the heading.
Anderson Aviation, Laconia, Austin 366, good afternoon.
Alright.
Austin 366, Phenom 300, 10 minutes out, dropping off 2 passengers. They should have a car there, and you guys have their key, last name Crawford. And I would also like, actually that's it, that's about it. So we'll look like we're staying with you overnight.
Mansfield Traffic Cherokee 31 November. We are at the Academy taxiing to the Ram Mansfield.
My bad. Didn't mean to elbow you.
Plymouth Skyline 10 to the south
Sorry, I
for
didn't mean to elbow
241.
you
Oh,
there.
you're fine. Alright. Alright, we're clear to the left, clear to the right, clear center.
Good. Too, while you're taxiing,
Yeah.
try to use the throttle as much as you can. So like right here, just bring your throttle back to idle. You can use the brake to help you slow down, but that idle, it'll actually kind of keep you pretty slow.
Okay.
And you should be able to regulate, unless you're going down a little hill, like taxiing over to 3-2, you have a little incline. It should keep you actually at a relatively decent taxi pace, almost right near idle.
Alright.
Plymouth 1 departing me to the north.
Alrighty. Parking brake set. And we'll check our flight controls. That goes up. That's up. That side's up. And we're good. Alright. Well, let's switch our fuel pump. So, do a mixture rich. Fuel pump on. And fuel pump off.
Plymouth Skyline 5 mile 45 for the left side of 24 Plymouth.
Power to 2000. Alright, so vacuum is almost at 5. It was pretty low last week. It was at 4.
The pump's kind of going. We turned the regulator up more, and it's still creeping down, so we're getting a new one.
Okay.
But while it's at 2,000 for 1 second, here, slip this headset on. Now, try this.
That's pretty good.
good difference.
Yeah, that's great. Oh man. When I get my license, I'll
Treat yourself.
treat myself. Alright, so we're charging on the ammeter.
Yep.
And we have 3 in the green right now. And so let's go ahead and
Left skyline on the 45 for left side of Shreveport, Plymouth.
So I'll double tap. So we got 90 on the right, 80 on the right. Get back up. And I'll check left. And we got 80, so they're the same. We have a total less than 50 between them, so we're good. We'll go back up, then we'll pull on our carb heat. Should have a little drop. And it's warm, so it doesn't matter too much. And we'll bring it back to idle. Make sure the engine keeps
Plymouth
running.
skyline turning left downwind 24 Plymouth.
And we're still running, so I'll bring it up to 1,000. And carb heat off. Alright. So I think we took care of everything there. Double check our instruments. Again, airspeed looks good, artificial horizons level. We've set our altimeter to field elevation, so we're good. Turn coordinators level. Heading I adjusted already, so we should, although it doesn't look right now.
One of the things you'll notice about these Cherokees is down at lower throttle settings, the suction gauge will read lower.
Uh-huh.
Some airplanes are a little different where the vacuum pump will provide more suction at lower RPMs. So if you're taxiing around, it's normal for your heading indicator to drift a little bit.
Okay.
Because you're not throttled up, so that vacuum pump's not pushing a lot of pressure through.
So would you readjust it, or you just...
Yeah, exactly. Just
Okay.
readjust it.
Now we're about on 210, so that's good to check. And we're on 123, so we don't need to do anything with our comms. And
Plymouth skyline left base 24 Plymouth.
it looks like we can take off from 14.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to give you a scenario. Say it was just 90 degrees across the runway. Just dead set cross, not gusting, not moving. Just a nice solid crosswind.
Yeah.
Would you rather take off and land with a right crosswind or a left crosswind?
I guess a left crosswind?
Nope. Really a personal opinion, to tell you the truth.
Just less
Plymouth
rudder?
skyline final
Actually,
4
the right would give you less rudder.
Or right would.
Because you have left turning tendencies of the airplane.
Right,
So
right.
when you hold that right wing down into the wind, the nose is going to want to go that way, but those left turning tendencies will help offset that. So for me, it doesn't really bother me which way, but when you're starting out and stuff, one of the things you might notice is that the right crosswinds actually might be easier for you if you're ever in that scenario where, you're coming into an airport, it's untowered, you pick out the runway, it's 15 knots solid across the runway. The right crosswind usually is a little bit easier. You need less pressures and stuff in order to keep that plane over the center line.
Gotcha.
So we'll use 1-4. It's kind of favoring 1-4 anyways, so
Sure.
yeah, we'll use that and I'll let you feel it. And one of these days, if the airport's a little quieter and it's a really solid crosswind instead of favoring 1-4, I don't want you coming in with tailwinds quite just yet. I'll let you see what it's like. We'll switch between the two and you can kind of get the feel for, oh yeah, I need less inputs, or it might not feel like much to you at all. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, that sounds good.
Cool.
All right. Mansfield traffic, Cherokee 3 on November. We are at the ramp taxiing to runway 14, Mansfield.
Cool. Clear behind us.
All right. Brake. And
1 minute prior, jumpers over Ellington at 13.5 and below, use caution vicinity, Ellington, Scott errors 13.5 below. Under the canopies, use caution, please to notify the airfield Caravan descending southeast of the field. We will be joining left downwind 13 full stop.
Alright, so I just want to make sure I'm ready for takeoff. So
Yep.
carb heat's off. I use this little guy over the tank. Let's get our fuel pump on. I want to make sure our lights are on. That's on. And that and trim. Oh, yeah, Bill murdered me on trim last week.
I'm telling you, it's going to make a big difference if you get in the habit of using it, because the plane's going to want to land itself.
Plymouth Skyline
It
12
won't fight the pressure of pulling back as much.
Right. All right, I think we're all set here.
All right.
Okay, that's good. I don't see anybody.
There's a glider in sight, the going left down in 134 south.
Mansfield traffic, Cherokee 31 November, departing runway 14. We'll be doing left closed traffic, Mansfield.
Downwind 24 Plymouth.
All right. Alright.
Now we have that right crosswind, so hold that right wing down. Don't be afraid to hold it like right now. Oh, yeah, you might have that hitting you a little, but hold it down as much as you can. And when you start rotating and you feel the plane lifting off the ground, then bring it back to neutral nice and slowly.
Alright.
That's going to actually let that nose swing over to the right a little, so when you roll it level, it'll establish a crab angle, especially in more extreme crosswinds, and it'll actually put a crab angle for you and keep you over the center line.
So as this goes into the yellow, just would you pull back a little bit?
You can do that, or you can pitch up. The yellow's okay. You don't want to be red.
There we go.
Zulu turning downwind runway 28, come on track.
Plymouth Skyline left base 24 Plymouth.
Mansfield traffic, Cherokee 31 November, left crosswind for runway 14, Mansfield. Mansfield traffic, Cherokee 31 November, turning left downwind for runway 14, Mansfield.
Plymouth Skyline final 24.
Palmyra traffic, midfield 7861 Zulu, Palmyra traffic.
Anybody in the pattern at Block Island?
Bar Harbor traffic, Skyline 8691 Zulu is turning final 22 Bar Harbor.
Nice looking pattern. Good distance and altitude.
Block Island traffic, Sierra's left base. Bar Harbor, train 1 for Brookhaven. 7 Lima Mike is 8 miles to the west. We'll be setting up for left downwind runway 22 Bar Harbor.
Traffic, King Air 805 Alpha Hotel, down base, Zulu down here for the runway 24.
Mansfield traffic, Cherokee 31 November, turning left base for runway down 14, Mansfield.
Block Island traffic, Sierra's a short final.
Palmyra traffic.
Warmer out than I thought.
Yeah.
East in here.
You don't have the air conditioning vents, huh?
Nope.
Sorry about that.
I got the big air conditioning vent.
Traffic, King Air 5 to the south, setting up for the 45 entry downwind, 24 Plymouth.
King Air 805 Alpha Hotel, right angle, runway 24.
Plymouth.
Mansfield traffic, Turkey 3 over, turning final for runway 14 Mansfield.
Right downwind, runway 24.
Alright. LNG traffic, free fall 29 Echo Sierra. We're currently, let's see, about 3,500
Now,
feet.
on these crosswinds,
Breeze to the northeast and
what
about
you're going
919
to
alley.
need is that right wing down, so you're going to hold that aileron
King Air
to the
5
right.
Alpha Hotel.
Then you're going
We'll
to
go
be stepping
overhead
on
downwind
the
for
rudder as much as you
the
need
left
just to
traffic
keep the
in
nose
Plymouth.
straight. So keep it coming in. This is looking pretty good so far. Slowly keep walking that power back. Try to keep centerline as best as you can. So hold that right wing down more, more. Add a little power and bring it right back over now. Keep it coming. There you go. Now just keep looking at that far end and hold it off. Not bad. Not bad at all. The nose was slightly to the left, but not bad. You kept that nice center line. That's what I like to see. So see how there you added that little power and then we brought it back over to the center line?
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to do that, especially, it's a really good habit to get into in general, but especially check ride and everything like that, you want to be dead on that center line as best as you can.
Mansfield traffic, Turkey 3 over, clear of runway 14, taxiing back to runway 14 Mansfield.
Plymouth traffic, King Air 805 Alpha Hotel, left traffic, runway 24.
King Air, turn left, base 24 Plymouth.
Base 24 Plymouth, King Air 805 Hotel.
Now, say down the road, you know, you get your own plane or you might be partnered or renting a plane and stuff. It might not have the whole little T for taxi trick.
Yeah.
So how would you know where to put the mixture?
Well, I can bring it back till I hear the engine stop and then go up just a little bit.
Perfect. Like Cessna's one little trick too is when you lean the mixture, because it's a ball that goes in and out, you can do like 2 finger widths or something, you know, you can have a go-to point.
05 Alpha Hotel is downwind now, midfield downwind for runway 24.
See, get the big scoop out here.
Nice. What's the deal? Like, are they ever going to get it so there are not so many people on this frequency?
Oh, I hope so. But it's, you know, everything gets done at the speed of government.
Yeah.
Like the airport managers have been talking, you know, trying to get it to change, and it's not them that's holding up the process, it's the FAA and everything.
Right.
I'd have to imagine it's a pretty decent process to just, you can't just change it because they got to update charts and put NOTAMs out in the whole 9 yards and stuff,
Sure.
but...
Plymouth traffic,
Mansfield traffic, Cherokee 3 on November, crossing 0422 the Grass Mansfield.
Plymouth traffic, King Air 805 Alpha Hotel, base runway 24.
So it's always okay to just step on the guys from the other airports?
I kind of do it, honestly, based off the day and stuff. Like, if it's really busy and you hear someone from Block Island or Laconia,
Yeah.
I'd step over them. But if it's someone like Plymouth who's really close to you, that's where you might not want to be doing it.
Gotcha.
And that's kind of honestly like a, I don't know if I would tell an examiner I'm just going to step over these guys type thing, you know? But it's kind of a real life answer of if they're 70 miles away, their signal's going to come in down there, our signal's going to come in here.
Yeah. So
Especially.
if I had just stepped on that guy from around
Air traffic.
Plymouth, like, did that totally just cut him off?
It depends, to tell you the truth, where other planes are positioned and everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell. But further away, like if you're Block Island and stuff, it's really not going to do anything.
Gotcha. Fuel tank is fine. Fuel pump is on. Engine all look good.
Cool. And that's the problem with our frequencies, 123s, on a very touristy set of airports for whatever reason, like Block Island and stuff like that, and Plymouth. Like those two places get hit a lot westerly because it's right on the coast. There's a lot of traffic. So that's why this frequency is so congested. Like you Taunton 122.7, it's shared by lots of other airports, but there's not as many people flying into those because they're not right on the coast, and it's not, you know, and it's summertime and that kind of stuff.
Gotcha. All right, let's go again.
All right.
Mansfield traffic, Cherokee 3 on November, departing runway 14 for left closed traffic, Mansfield. Full power. Airspeed's alive. Everything's green.
Upwind traffic, Cirrus, upwind 24, plus traffic.
Here's a question for you. If you lost your engine right here, where would you go?
Try and go back because we're above 500 feet, so I think we could maybe try and get it.
827.
See if you can make it.
11 miles south of the field. Steady. And Mansfield, Cessna Tour goes actually about 5 miles west. Going to make a left downwind to 32 Mansfield.
Now watch your speed. Keep that up to 69 knots, 70 knots. Keep it coming around. Look at that runway. Let me know if you think you'd make that. There, keep that nose.
No, we're not going to make that.
All right, take the throttle. Just keep going on your crosswind.
Okay.
You really want to be about 1,000 in these Cherokees especially. It's very tight. That's what we call the impossible turn.
Right.
And the best way to experience it sometimes is try it. You know what I'm saying? Like we just did there. If the airport was a little quieter and stuff, I'd show you that like at 1,000. And here's the thing. You have to have that, what we call like that pucker factor, that oh shit moment. You're going to have where, you know, if you just pull the power back and turn around right away, you'd probably make it. But that's not what's going to happen in real life. You're going to go boom, it's going to get quiet, you're going to go, what the heck's going on? By the time you figure it out, you just lost a lot of altitude.
It's funny because I've read a bunch like, oh yeah, 500 feet, you can make that. No, definitely can't.
Westerly traffic, helicopter 4 Alpha Papa, just crossing the southwest shore, climbing 1,000 inbound right base, 14 westerly.
Gale right turn left cross from runway 13, 1,100 climbing, Danielson.
Mansfield traffic, Cherokee 3 on November on the left downwind for runway 14, Mansfield.
Bar Harbor traffic.
Yeah, how far out are you from Mansfield?
To Bar Harbor.
We're on the left downwind for Mansfield, 3-1 November.
Alright, we must be behind you here. We're going to do a 360. I don't see you. We're just over 495 and 1.
Did you say Route 1?
Oh, actually, we're over the tracks at 495.
All right, we're on the left downwind for 14, about to turn base, so we should be no factor.
Westerly traffic, helicopter 4 Alpha Papa, right downwind 14 westerly.
Danielson traffic,
I think you thought we were using 3-2.
No.
13, 1,800, leaving. Are we using 14 at Mansfield? Keep good, West.
Yes.
A firm.
Calendar Lumen 3 is overhead, left
Hey,
crossing
just turn left base for 14.
Bar Harbor traffic, the Longos turning left base 22, Bar Harbor.
Sample traffic, rider in Pawnee, mile and a half south of the field, climbing westbound out of 2400, Danielson.
Mansfield traffic, Cherokee 3 on November turning left base for runway 14, Mansfield.
Wesley traffic, ZJ 827, left downwind for runway 25, Wesley.
Kind of in the clouds, wings high, just turning
Oh,
to
yeah,
the left.
there
Wesley traffic, helicopter 4 Echo Papa's right base the final 14 Wesley.
Now, if you notice right here, we're getting a little low. So I would wait on the flaps, put a little throttle in, just hold this 700 feet until you're at a position where it looks good.
Back. We're about 2 miles west of the airport. We're going to overfly, do a left down entry into 14.
Westerly state, traffic, ZJ 827, turning left, base, runway 25, Westerly.
Westerly.
Rock Island, New England 1, 10 northwest, 1000, inbound Rock Island.
Now wait on the turn a little bit, because you're into that headwind now, so if you turn where you normally do, you're going to end up turning a little too soon. But you can still keep your call coming.
Mansfield traffic, Turkey 3 November, final for runway 14 Mansfield.
Landed on 14 at Wesley, where are you located? Okay, thank you.
There you go, nice looking approach.
Mansfield, Cessna to Quebec, we're directly over the field, going to make a left entry.
You had it really nice, right at the last second, you just let the nose move a little bit. Keep looking at that far end, and a little bit more right rudder there would have kept it nice and straight for you. Either that, or if you were using the left rudder, a little less pressure on it.
Right.
Not bad, though.
Plymouth traffic, red helicopter, 5 miles to the west, and be landing on the golf course, 1 mile northwest of Attleboro.
That's what was doing that for you. Get a little throttle in there still.
That left downwind for 14 Mansfield.
There you go.
Traffic 2H, 1 down. Plymouth traffic, Comanche is 15 out. We're planning a 45-24 Plymouth.
Mansfield traffic, Turkey 3 November, clear of runway 14, taxiing back to 14 Mansfield.
To Quebec, we're turning left base for that 14 Mansfield.
Right.
Now, other little tricks too with the trim are, if you want to, you can leave it a little more in the up position for takeoff.
Okay.
Rotating, going up and stuff.
That
That doesn't have to be a neutral. Neutral's just kind of like a reference point for you and stuff. So if you want to try it, feel free.
Well, I've done it accidentally, and it definitely felt like it helped.
Yeah, so put a little in and get a feel for it, you know, and you can find a position where, you know, like, oh, I like the first notch past neutral here in the up position and stuff. And
Right.
Another little trick in these Cherokees too is if you want, literally keep TPA until you're almost ready to turn base, and right before then bring the power back and bring your first notch in and stuff. That'll keep your approach a little bit higher for you.
Okay.
Because these planes in particular, with these what we call Hershey bar wings, these short stubby ones, they are gonna want to sink a lot more. Like if we hopped in the Warrior, it floats almost as good as a Cessna, where it just wants to float.
For traffic, 2 jumpers on the way down, 5,000 feet overhead. Use caution, please, to fly the airfield at this time, and next set of jumpers in about 10-15 minutes. We'll keep you advised, yeah.
Mansfield traffic, Turkey 3 November, crossing 0422 the grass, Mansfield. We did not do that, do the pattern that way with Bill.
What do you mean?
He pulled the power out as soon as we were beaming the numbers.
Yeah. And then did an engine out with you.
No, but that's how we did it every time.
Oh, he was
I mean,
probably practicing them with you, or?
No, I'm saying like, we didn't like usually I wait until we're at the 45 to pull power, and he didn't do that. He's like, throttle down once we're beaming the numbers. I was like, okay.
All right.
But now I can land either of those.
Yeah, that's good. And like I said, those are little techniques.
Right.
You can kind of pick and choose which one you're doing. Just the main idea, the main concept with both of them is that you're leaving yourself in a position where if you ever did lose your engine, you should be able to glide back down to that airport. So like if you're pulling the power right back to idle to beam the numbers, just don't go quite as far out on the 45 and stuff. And the thing to remember with 1.4 is when you're turning 45, don't look for the 45 in relation to the beginning of this like chevron or the displaced threshold. Do the 45 off of the numbers and stuff. Keep it a little tighter.
Gotcha. All right. All right. Good. All right, let's go.
Right.
Mansfield traffic, Cherokee 31 November, departing runway 14 for left closed traffic, Mansfield.
Wait for you here.
I don't know who he was talking to.
Yeah, waiting for. Airspeed is alive. We are 3 in the green.
Keep that rudder in there.
Yeah.
That's what's moving you over.
Are you coming this way or you gotta go between the tank and the hangar?
I was probably
Go between the tank and the hangar.
Yeah, I'm not talking about
Have a good one. Yeah, you too, thanks. Phone number 1, final, 2-8 block out. Danielson driving to Cas on through an X-ray is entering a left downwind for 13 Danielson.
Mansfield traffic, Cherokee 3 November, turning left crossing for runway 14 Mansfield.
He's going by like super quick.
One minute prior, jumper over Ellington at 13.5 and below. Whatever, 13.5 and below, approximately 1 minute, watch out. Block Island traffic, commander is 8 miles to the west, landing runway 28 Block Island.
Mansfield traffic, Cherokee 3 November, turning left downwind for runway 14 Mansfield.
Yeah, I don't mind which way you're doing it. If you want to pull the throttle back to idle when you're a beam, or if you want to extend it out or anything like that, you know, like carry the throttle in until you're at that 45 and then bring it back.
Right.
Either way works for me. We're just going to try whatever way you want to work on with it, trying to keep it at that nice position where you could glide. So either turning in a little earlier or just to carry it out a little further.
5 minutes of parachute activity on field. It's going to be 5 minutes of parachute activity over the field of Biddeford.
Mansfield traffic, Cessna 2481 Delta is back taxiing runway 422 in the grass, Mansfield.
Which one are you back taxiing?
Oh, there
I would
he is.
assume
He's coming
2-2.
towards us.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah, he is.
Danielson driving to Cas line, left base, 13 Danielson.
one other. You can make your call, and then I'll talk.
Mansfield traffic checker through on November, turning left base for runway 14 Mansfield.
One other little thing that I noticed that you've been doing is, see where that farm is? See how you're on this side of it? When you turn downwind, you were on the other side of it.
In position, runway 22 for the landing traffic on 14 Mansfield.
If you're ready to go, you got plenty of time.
All right, Cessna 2481 Delta is taking off runway 22 in the grass, Mansfield.
So, what you're doing is the winds are coming this way today. You're kind of letting them drift you off a little. So, you might need to hold the nose a little more to the left than usual to compensate to keep our ground track the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Plymouth traffic, Comanche is 5 out. We're planning a 45 for runway 24 Plymouth.
Block on traffic, commander, left downwind 28, block on.
That guy had plenty of time to get off. But it's good that he's being safe and, you know, doing that stuff.
I appreciate it.
Mansfield traffic, Cessna 2481 Delta is going to be turning left crosswind, runway 22, staying in the pattern, Mansfield.
Mansfield traffic checker through on November, turning final for runway 14 Mansfield.
There you go. Nice job lining up on it this time. Good. Now the winds are pretty light today, so don't be afraid to use all of those flaps on the landings. It'll make it easier.
Mansfield traffic, Cessna 2481 Delta is turning left downwind, runway 22 in the grass, Mansfield.
Nice, nice. Now right here, just throw a little bit more throttle in there. You can even carry the throttle in until you're right over the runway. And when you're over the runway, just power out a little, nose up a little, power out a little. So keep coming, bring it in closer. Like bring the power in more, more, more. There you go. More power, more power, more power, more power. Power. Up, 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 up. Don't hesitate with that. See, you're still pretty high. We're going to bring it down like this. Now, keep your hand on the throttle.
Yeah.
Slowly keep bringing it back. Bring it back, bring it back. Look at the end. Hold it. And if you don't like it, what are you going to do?
Let's go.
All right, let's do it. Good.
Plymouth traffic.
You were just a little high on that one, which is why I was telling you add the power before you let the nose down. So now when you're doing a go-around like this, we got good climb, get the first notch of flaps out. Good. Now hold that 2 notches, let the nose forward, get it to 74 knots, which is like VY. We'll start letting it climb.
I'll let you go out of 1-4 if you need to.
One jumper away, there's one jumper away.
Nice.
Yeah, we can get out of 1-4. Mansfield traffic, Cherokee's going to depart 1-4 straight out departure Mansfield.
Cool. Get the last notch.
Mansfield traffic 2481 Delta is turning left base for runway 22 in the grass, Mansfield.
Now announce you're going around for 1-4.
Mansfield traffic, Cherokee through on November. We're going around for runway 14 Mansfield.
Good. What I was saying is, there you might have been a little confused with what I was saying is, when you started to kind of flare out, you were still pretty high up on that one, which is why I was telling you put the power in more. If you're going to let the nose forward to come down, that's going to reduce your angle of attack. So if you don't have the power with it to back up the speed when you reduce it, that's what's going to make it kind of want to stall and come down on you and drop a little harder.
Right. Plymouth traffic, Comanche is turning left base 24.
Mansfield traffic, Cherokee through on November, turning left crosswind for runway 14 Mansfield.
Mansfield traffic 2481 Delta is turning final 22 in the grass, Mansfield.
He's right off our left wing.
I see him.
Delta Approach, good afternoon. Sailor 584 Delta Charlie, 2600 climbing.
Check your frequency.
Delta Approach, Sailor 584 Delta Charlie.
Wrong frequency.
There's some traffic, jumpers 2 minutes, 13.5, and below you, please to know, fly the air from there, 9 or 10 jumpers jumping out of 13,500 over Jameson traffic.
There you go.
Mansfield traffic, Cherokee through on November, turning left downwind for runway 14 Mansfield.
All you'll see too is your crosswinds today with that wind. It's going to want to increase your ground speed and move you out quicker. So if you notice this is a little far, so bring it in out here. There's nothing wrong with fixing it.
All right.
Westerly traffic, Skylane 5 miles to the north of the infield, 2,000 feet, going to overfly westerly en route to Block Island west.
And Mansfield traffic, Cessna 2481 Delta is back taxiing on the grass, runway 422 Mansfield.
Ready for traffic on Canada, Bravo Field, 1 Canada, over the field, 3,000 feet, Bay Century 19, full stop Beechcraft, Ellington, jumpers at Ellington, use caution.
There you go. That looks like a good distance right here.
Mansfield traffic, Cessna 2481 Delta is departing runway 22 in the grass, Mansfield.
All right.
Mansfield traffic, Warrior 659.
Yes.
10 miles south, inbound for landing, runway 14. Mansfield traffic.
Mansfield traffic, Turkey 3 number, turning left base for runway 14, Mansfield.
Now another little trick is, see the runway? See how the trees are starting to block the runway? Yep. That's a little hint that you're too low. So instead of don't continue to descend, don't climb, just hold the altitude. So increase your throttle here a little. Just think exactly like you do in slow flight when you're coming in for landings. Pitch for airspeed, power for altitude. And just hold it level, carry it in a little further. There you go.
Also a little far too, is that part of it?
Yep.
Yep, okay. Mansfield traffic, Turkey 3 number, returning final for runway 14, Mansfield.
Mansfield traffic 2481 Delta, turn left, crosswind, runway 22 in the grass, Mansfield.
There you go.
Yeah, Pullman traffic, looks up.
Now this looks good, so now start bringing your power back.
For the 45 for 24.
Bring it back down, bring in the next couple notch of flaps. There you go.
Boston departure, Warrior
Keep your nose up,
2502
bring
with
in
you
more
at
flaps. There you
2000
go.
requesting climb to 5500.
There, cut that power back.
Warrior calling, you're
Bring in
on
your last
Unicom
clutch.
230.
Mansfield traffic, Cessna
There you
2481 Delta is left
This
downwind,
looks good.
runway
You're
22
gonna
in the
slow
grass,
down.
Mansfield.
Just keep her coming in.
Westerly traffic, Skylane, right over the
There,
airfield.
keep this
2,000
nice
feet
pitch that you got. That's holding a good airspeed for you.
Okay.
And now just keep this picture right now. Keep it nice and smooth. Slowly start bringing it up. A little more. Good. Now
Boston
hold it off
departure,
as
Warrior
long as you can. Keep
7202
it
with
off,
you
keep it
at
off, keep it off, keep it off. A little more right rudder,
requesting
a little more,
climb
a little more.
to 5500.
Nice job on that one.
Frequency.
That was a good one.
That was finally.
But see how when you weren't dragging it in with power and you had that nice approach and the flare and you had the energy to hold it off and stuff, that's what's going to make those
Mansfield traffic,
landings
Cessna
nice for you.
2481 Delta,
That's
turn
why
left
you want to
base, runway
hold
22
that,
in the grass,
that
Mansfield.
70 knots right until you're over the ground. So even if you need a little bit of power to help you with that, that's fine. Once you get it over there, bring it back, just hold it off. The key to a good landing is to try not to let the airplane land. Play a game called hold it off as long as you can. Don't let the airplane land. And if you do that every time and you land with this stick back in your stomach, you'll grease it in every time.
Mansfield traffic, Turkey 3 number, clear of runway 14, taxiing back to 14 Mansfield.
Yeah, I got you in sight. I climbed up above that. I'll be out to the off your right.
Mansfield traffic, Cessna 2481 Delta is turning final, runway 22 in the grass, Mansfield.
And Roger, we got you in sight.
Mansfield traffic, Warrior 659, entering 45 downwind for runway 14, Mansfield.
So with this guy on final for 2-2.
Pull up a little closer to the point where you can see the runway.
Yeah.
And if we need to, we'll stop.
Yeah.
Plymouth traffic, 6 on by with Mansfield left downwind for 24,
Hey, you
Plymouth.
keep us rolling a little quicker. It's 1 o'clock right now, but we're going to get one more in.
Okay. Traffic 8, Cessna 8610 is possibly on the ground. So we're
Because Bill's next student is at 1 in this plane, but Bill's still in the air too, so. And I started a little late with you, so I'm going to go a little late.
all
The
good.
next student I'm just doing ground with, so
Oh, really?
yeah, I'm not in a rush. We're getting ready for cross
Mansfield traffic,
country,
Cessna
so we need to
2481
get
Delta, back
ground listening.
taxiing, runway 42 in the grass, Mansfield.
Cool, now we know he's clear. If If you want, you can wait till you get a little closer to make that call.
Okay, so traffic Warrior 659
Usually,
downwind 114.
I always wait to make sure I'm at a
Mansfield.
position when I make the call that I can see that no one's coming in. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to make the call if you can clearly see that somebody's coming in to land. But usually somewhere a little closer. See, now you can start seeing over those treetops at the end of 4, and you can start seeing final for 2-2. So I'd call it like here.
Traffic, Cessna 4, Bravo.
Mansfield traffic, Cessna 2481 Delta is departing runway 22 in the grass, Mansfield.
All right, so we'll hold short.
Grass traffic, Mansfield. You're departing the area to the what direction?
I stay in the pattern, and I got you in sight, but I'll make this last one my last one.
No, you can do 20, that's fine. I just want to know where you're at, no problem, thanks.
Nice looking plane.
Cool.
All right, let's do it.
Mansfield, take Cherokee 3 on November, crossing 0422 the grass, Mansfield.
All right, now on this one, I'm going to keep quiet for as long as I can and see if you can bring it in.
Mansfield traffic Warrior 659, turning base runway 14, Mansfield.
If you want, keep rolling, go right out onto the runway. I'll make the call.
All right.
Mansfield traffic, Cherokee 3 on November's taking off 14. We got you in sight 659. There you go. Just keep it going. Keep the speed up.
Mansfield
Take
traffic,
us right
Cessna
off.
2481 Delta is turning crosswind, runway 22 in the grass, Mansfield.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
Okay. Well, go.
Cool. Alrighty. Good. And I'll get that for you.
All power.
That's why it's good not to rush like that.
Right.
Mansfield traffic, Cessna 2481 Delta is turning left downwind,
Airspeed is
runway
alive.
22 in the
3
grass,
are in the
Mansfield.
green.
Mansfield traffic Warrior 659, turning final runway 14, Mansfield.
And we're up.
Rock Island traffic, sundown at 4.5 to the southwest at 2,500. Rock Island.
Traffic, Cessna 4 Bravo Foxtrot, left base, 24.
Mansfield traffic, Cessna 2481 Delta is turning left base, runway 22 in the grass, full stop, Mansfield.
Westerly, New England 1, 10 southeast, 1,000 inbound westerly.
Number traffic, 6 on Bravo Center, left crosswind for runway 24 at Plymouth.
Western traffic, 103 is shoreline left base.
Route 1,800 and below, Ellington.
Now, keep this turn coming right here, right into the downwind.
Okay.
Because that wind's pushing you. And you'll see, this farm field's a good reference. You want to be just like passing over the inside of it. That'll line you up
Traffic,
nicely.
6 on Bravo is turning left downwind for runway 24 at Plymouth.
Mansfield traffic, Cessna 2481 Delta's final, runway 22 in the grass, Mansfield.
Mansfield traffic, Cherokee 3 on November, on the left downwind for runway 14, Mansfield.
Mansfield traffic Warrior 659, clear runway 14, taxiing back to the pumps, Mansfield.
Block Island traffic, Skylane is 5 northwest of Block Island, inbound.
22 Bar Harbor.
Mansfield traffic, Cessna 2481 Delta is clear of all runways, taxi into the pumps, Mansfield.
Block Island traffic, sundowner midfield, left downwind for 28 Block Island.
Mansfield traffic, Cherokee 3 November, turning left base for runway 14 Mansfield.
Summer traffic 6 on Bravo, turning left base for runway 24 Plymouth.
Harbor traffic, South 340. Plymouth traffic, Cessna 03 Tango, 10 miles to the northwest, landing Plymouth.
Westway traffic, Bonanza 8 Whiskey Whiskey is 5 miles south of the field. Going to be entering a midfield left downwind 14 westerly.
Summer traffic 6 on Bravo, final, doing a touch and go for 24 Plymouth.
Mansfield traffic, Warrior 659 crossing 422 on the grass, Mansfield.
Nice looking approach so far. Really nice.
Plymouth traffic, Pilatus 391 Alpha Foxtrot. We're about 10 miles to the west. We'll be entering a left downwind just south of the field and entering left down for 24. Any traffic in the pattern, please advise.
Mansfield traffic, Cherokee 3 November, final for runway 14 Mansfield.
Plymouth traffic, Cessna 4 Bravo Foxtrot, left crosswind, runway 24. Westerly, New England 1 is crossing the shore. I'm going to just do a base 25 westerly and a short final.
Not bad. Not bad.
Plymouth traffic 4 Bravo Foxtrot,
Cut that power back
downwind,
all the
runway
way.
24.
Slow her down. There you go. Not bad at all.
And Plymouth,
Just a little hair more on the right rudder, and it would have been
We're
a
about
greaser.
a mile and a half
That wasn't
south
anything
west
bad
of the
at
field,
all,
be entering a left downwind for runway 24. The traffic on downwind, what's your indicated?
1200.
Keep me an airspeed, buddy, but okay.
110 miles per hour.
Yeah, there you go.
Roger that, thanks.
Mansfield traffic, Cherokee 3 November, we're clear of runway 14, taxiing back to the Palmas, Mansfield.
Nice job today.
Thank you.
And Plymouth traffic, Pilatus 391 Alpha Foxtrot with a Cessna inside. We'll follow you guys.
So we've been to North Central, right?
Yep.
And we've been to Taunton, obviously.
Yeah, New Bedford is the maybe next thing.
Yep, that's where I was getting at, is making sure we hit these ones first, so that way when you solo, you can go to them. So let's plan on doing that our next lesson.
Okay.
We'll talk about the tower
Traffic 6 on Bravo, turning left
and we'll go down
crosswind for
there.
runway 24 Plymouth.
We'll do some pattern prep
Plymouth
over there.
traffic, Pilatus 391 Alpha Foxtrot. We
Nice
have the
thing is, too,
downwind
when we're
traffic
down
in
there,
sight.
too.
We're going to come in behind you
They've
guys.
got a 5,000-foot runway, so we'll do some touch and goes and stuff.
Okay.
They'll be able to hammer in some more frequent landings and everything.
Right.
We'll do some full stops too, so you can get the taxi instructions, the whole 9 yards.
Gotcha.
Plymouth traffic, Cessna 4 Bravo Foxtrot, and left.
I was a little bummed that it wasn't ready for solo last week, but
Well, if you hadn't flown in 3 weeks too, that's telling you that's going to make a pretty big difference itself.
sure.
Plymouth traffic, Cessna 403 Tango, 5 miles to the west, landing Plymouth.
What I tell everyone too is solos and licenses, you really just don't want to rush them. You want to feel nice and confident and comfortable.
Right.
At Plymouth, Pilatus 391 Alpha Foxtrot, we're extending downwind a little bit, about to turn left base for runway 24. We still have the traffic turning final site.
Mansfield traffic, Cherokee 31 November, crossing 0422 The Grass, Mansfield. Yeah, Bill asked me at the end, he's like, you ready? You want to go? And I was like, no.
And that's good, to be honest. Not good that you don't feel ready and stuff.
Right.
That you recognize that you
At
don't
Plymouth
want
traffic
to.
on final, you guys
know
don't
what
want to
I'm
go.
saying?
Sure.
A lot of what the FAA has and stuff and the examiners could hit upon with you is dealing with what we call our personal minimums.
Right.
In the sense that, I don't feel ready for this. Like, this plane's rated for a 15-knot crosswind. Would you want to go up and land in a 15-knot crosswind right now?
No, probably not.
Right. And so you can have your own personal minimums. Oh, I'm comfortable with a 7 or 8-knot crosswind instead,
Right.
And then when you get better at them and you feel more confident with them, you can bump them up.
Stop.
Why is there a car?
I was just thinking that, oh, there's a plane there, I guess. Well,
So, the gist with these pumps is technically you're not supposed to pull up facing that way, but whatever. What I'm going to have you do is keep it wide to the left, and leave him room to get by, and we're going to probably come up to this side first. But, like, I would just park right here for now, to tell you the truth. And...
So in traffic, 6 from Bravo is turning left base, number 2 for landing. 7.
You can shut it down, yeah, because I don't want you to waste your money.